spend today exploring Universal Studios Florida with me and my sister. Fulfilling childhood dreams here. This is my second time visiting Universal Orlando Resort, and yes, that is its official name. When you arrive, you have to go through the City Walk, which is a bunch of shops and different restaurants to eat at. It leads you right to the entrance, Island of Adventure, and then Universal Studios. You can bring backpacks and things into the park, but we chose to just bring belt bags. That's because you can bring those on pretty much every ride, and there's just 4 you can't. The lockers are free while you ride though. But with just today, I thought it was worth it. The other thing we did that saved us time was doing single rider lines when we could. We arrived really early, like as soon as the doors opened, right at 9 a.m. And we entered Universal Studios, which I'll tell you more about why here in a second. First, I would recommend getting here as early as you can. There were no lines to meet the characters. You can see there's basically nobody in the park yet. So if you see characters out early in the day, I would definitely recommend doing it before you head over to Harry Potter World. It's by far the busiest part of the park, and so it's great to get here early. It's kind of a magical feeling entrance to get into Diagon Alley. Your first look in, you really do just kind of like drop. This and Star Wars Galaxy Edge are the 2 theme parks that have really gotten me to be like, whoa. And we walked right on the green font. See, this is why you get there early. And there were others outside of Harry Potter World we did this with too. Ride after ride after ride. So getting there early really does make a difference. We explored the Diagon Alley shops before we headed out to the rest of the park. Grabbed some ice cream to keep us fueled. Our plan was to spend half the day in Universal Studios, half of it in Island of Adventure, because you have to have a 2-park ticket to get to both sides of Harry Potter World. I had to get our money out of that ticket. It's expensive. The Mummy, we rode Men in Black, we rode Jimmy Fallon's Night Out or whatever it was. I was kind of disappointed by that one. Ride at Rocket, the roller coaster was really fun. We were clearly going for the thrill rides. To get between the parks, we rode the Hogwarts Express. It's a ride within itself. It's a fun way to get from one side to the other. And by this point in the day, we were really feeling the heat, but also the crowds. It was getting pretty crowded here. The Hogwarts Express let us off in Hogsmeade, and I would say if it's like an extremely busy day, starting off in Hogsmeade might be a good decision because there's 3 big rides on this side in Harry Potter World. Island of Adventure also has more roller coasters, so if those roller coasters are open early, definitely start on this side. They just weren't open when the park opened for the day we went. The Hogwarts Castle has some of my favorite theming throughout the park. There's a smaller roller coaster, Flight of the Hippogriff, but Hagrid's Magical Creatures, which is this ride, was my favorite. We got a butterbeer, and that was it for Harry Potter World. We went off to explore more. Jurassic Park also has some of my favorite rides. There's the Velocicoaster, there's the River Adventure. After waiting like 2 hours for the Velocicoaster only to have it closed, we were pretty much done with the lines. I was like, I'm not sitting in it anymore. So we started to choose just where to go based off the shortest lines, and so wrote a couple of other things before grabbing crepes and ending our day in Universal. Full guide is on my website, linked in my bio.